Hey, welcome back to On the Heavenly Spheres, read out loud by me, written by Helena Avalar and Luis Ribeiro. We are on chapter 10, that's called The Condition of the Planets, and we are just starting the lunar mansions. We're on page 160. Um, okay, so here we go. The practical meaning of the lunar mansions. Each mansion has a particular signification that is activated by the transit of the moon. The particular significations are especially useful in electional charts. Their use in natal and mundane astrology is relatively uncommon. Following is the significance of the lunar mansions in elections. So, Sidereal Mansion 1 and Tropical Mansion 3. The name, the many little ones. When the moon is posited here, it's good for planting and sawing. Avoid weddings and journeys by water. I wish this also, I guess you have to go back to the other page to be like, hey, what's that mansion called? Okay. I don't want to go back and forth. All right. So, Sidereal Mansion 2 and Tropical Mansion 4. The name is the follower. And it is good for business, traveling, and marriage. Also, that's it. Nothing to avoid. And I think when it was named, it wasn't the name I was trying to think of, like what it, like it's in Aries here and Taurus there, right? Um, okay. Sidereal Mansion 3 and Tropical Mansion 5. The name is a white spot. It is good for beginning war. Sounds kind of Aries. Avoid sawing or undertaking any good. Don't do good things. Sidereal Mansion 4 and Tropical Mansion 6. The name a brand or mark. It is good for plowing and sawing and avoid travels. So for Sidereal Mansion 5 and Tropical Mansion 7, the name is the forearm. Pew, pew. Good for travels and to make medicine. For Sidereal Mansion 6 and Tropical Mansion 8, it is called the Gap or Crib, and it's good for navigation. For Sidereal Mansion 7 and Tropical Mansion 9, it's called the Glance of a Lion's Eye. It's good for planting, building, and marriage. Avoid travels. Sidereal Mansion 8, Tropical Mansion 10, the name is the Forehead. It is good for sawing, planting, and releasing prisoners. Curious its relationship to 6, or yeah, Tropical 6, because that also is good for sawing and plowing versus planting. Okay, Sidereal Mansion 9 and Tropical Mansion 11. The name is the Main. It is good for planting and marriage and avoid navigation. Sidereal Mansion 10 and Tropical Mansion 12. The name is the Changer of the Weather. That was in like parentheses. It is good for travels, navigation, sawing, plowing, marriage, and sending messages. Sidereal Mansion 11 and Tropical Mansion 12. It is called, or the name is, the Barker. And when the moon is posited here, it is good for more sawing. There's so much sawing going on. Sawing, planting, also a lot of planting. And to take medicine, avoid travel and marriage. For Sidereal Mansion 12 and Tropical Mansion 14, it is called the Unarmed. And when the moon is posited here, it is good for digging, but do avoid marriage and travels. In Sidereal Mansion 13 and Tropical Mansion 15, the name is the Covering, and you must, not must, it is advised that you avoid all activities. For Sidereal Mansion 14 and Tropical Mansion 16, the name is the Claws. And when the moon is posited here, it is good for buying cattle, but you should avoid navigation. In Sidereal Mansion 15 and Tropical Mansion 17, the name is La Reina. No, the crown of the forehead. Like here. Um, Good for building, sawing, planting, and navigation. I don't know if I can handle all this sawing and planting. But you should avoid the marriage. Not just a marriage, the marriage. No, it doesn't say the. Sidereal Mansion 16 and Tropical Mansion 18. It is named the Heart. It is good for. We've taken out the ing part. It's just plant, saw, travel, go to war. So what's the difference between planting and plant? Sawing and saw. Beginning a war versus go to war. Okay, Sidereal Mansion 17 and Tropical Mansion 19. The name is the Sting. It's good for buying cattle and hunting, but best to avoid a marriage. Sidereal Mansion 18 and Tropical Mansion 20 is called the Ostrich. Good for building, asking favors, but again here, do avoid the marriage. Sidereal Mansion 19 and Tropical Mansion 21 is named the city, and when the moon is posited here, it is good for taking medicine, navigation, and putting on new clothes. Oh, I can only try my clothes on when the tropical mansion's in 21. Okay, gotta keep track of that. Sidereal Mansion 20 and Tropical Mansion 22. The name, the lucky one of the slaughterers. That's a name. And when the moon is posited here, it's good for taking medicine and travels. Oh, ye of lucky slaughterers, of the slaughterers. Sidereal Mansion 21 and Tropical Mansion 23, the good fortune of the swallower. Uh, Take it back up to the previous mansions because I did not read the avoid, which was the avoid lending money in marriage. Okay, so back to Sidereal Mansion 21 and Tropical 23, the good fortune of the swallower. When the moon is posited here, it is good for marriage, sawing, taking medicine, leading an army. With Sidereal Mansion 23 and Tropical Mansion 25, the lucky star of hidden things. You must be my lucky star. When the moon is posited here, it's good for taking medicine. Sidereal Mansion 24 and Tropical Mansion 26, the force spout or the water bucket. It is good for planting and sawing, bargaining, and marriage, but do avoid navigation. Don't get lost. Sidereal Mansion 25 and Tropical Mansion 27, the second or lower spout. It's good for marriage, taking medicine, and pursuing business, but do avoid traveling and lending money. Okay. With Sidereal Mansion 26 and Tropical Mansion 28, we have the belly of the fish. It's good for travels and taking purgatives. Is a purgative something that makes you throw up? Huh. Gotta look that one up. I don't have my phone near me. So Sidereal Mansion 27 and Tropical Mansion 1. The name is the two signs. Good for buying cattle and planting and travels. Planting. Sidereal Mansion 28 and Tropical Mansion 2. The belly. Good for buying and selling, but do avoid sea activities. In astrological elections, these significations are activated when a favorable moment is selected for the start of a particular action. Since the moon is the fastest moving celestial body, its position describes the action of the moment. Thus, one selects a moment when the moon is located in a mansion whose meaning is appropriate to the endeavor being initiated. For example, if the objective is to elect a marriage, One should avoid the position of the moon in the 20th mansion as Sahad al-Dahabi, which is unfavorable for unions. The wedding ceremony should be delayed until the moon transits into the 21st lunation mansion, the 21st lunar, the 21st lunar mansion, as Sahad al-Bula, which is the more favorable for marriage. Other planetary conditions. You know what? Because this gets into haze, and I'm very excited about haze. Well, learning more about it. I've heard about it a little bit. I'm going to also make this a separate unit or YouTube video. So this is going to be just the lunar mansions. So I'll title it that way. And maybe I'll look up purgatives so I know what that is and put it in the comments. Okay, thank you so much for reading along with me.